Now, dear ladies, in this part of the poem, from line 19 to 32, Ulysses is going to present his existential dilemma. That is, he explains what is wrong with him, what is his real problem. After he says that all the experiences he has gone through and the battles and the important people have how they have formed his personality. He is now emphasizing that his existence is based on these experiences. As the poem moves on, now we are going as readers to be increasingly aware of the division between, or the dividing line between what Ulysses was and what he has become. Now he is in his old age, he remains at home, and how does he feel about himself? How does he feel about the reason behind his existence? He contemplates on his former life as being a mixture of traveling, meeting important people, and going to far off places and going through battles. All these, let's say, vivid experiences have formed his life. Now, and on these experiences, his existence was based. I mean, Ulysses' existence. Now, he explains to us his dilemma, existential dilemma, through the metaphor of the arch. This is a very somehow abstract image. His past experiences are integrated and formed what he is now, and who he is, in fact, who he is, because it is his existence. And this arch represents this existence, and usually this arch is non-lasting, non-ending. Okay, so Tennyson introduces this metaphorical arch through which the future is unknown. The future is unknown. When you look to the arch is somehow curving, so it doesn't have a real end. Okay, so this non-ending future is a representation of the world, which is still unknown and untraveled, unexperienced by Ulysses, and he is trying to experience only when he is moving, because this arch cannot be, let's say, experienced and cannot be um, understood until you are moving. Unless you are moving, you will not know what is there in the future of this arch, of this life. Of course, the arch is a metaphor for life itself. So it is the forward motion in life which is very important to Ulysses. He is so much intended, or he is so much impressed by the idea of being motion in a motion, not motionless. Now we can get a good idea of what is going inside Ulysses. What is his problem? What does he feel in his heart and mind? Here is a desperate man yearning for his. Ulysses appears as a desperate man yearning for his former life. He is so keen to seek more reasons to move on, to keep his motion. Then he refers to this breathing. For him, life is not only a matter of breathing. Yet, although breathing is a sign for life, but it is not for Ulysses. The sign of life for Ulysses is his motion. Because he believes that of course he is now is in his old age, so he believes that time will not wait for him to move. He must decide to move now, because every moment, every hour is very valuable and precious. um, why it is precious? Because it brings more experiences to him, more knowledge to him, and it takes him out of the eternal silence. Of course, eternal silence is a reference to death. Now he pictures himself in the same horrible or vile, he says vile, position for 3 years or 3 days. We don't know, because he says the three sons. He is now um, he says that, or he explains that he has been in this horrible position of motionlessness for 3 sons. He is craving for knowledge. He is craving for going beyond the human thought. It means what? He wants to go to the, let's say, parts of knowledge which are still uh, un uh, let's say undiscovered by the human thought. And in contrast to this idea of motion and activity, he now compares himself, or compares between his mental status, which is emphasizing on motion, to his position when he is stuck at home, passive, as a resigned figure, a resigned person. Ulysses explained how unsatisfying to stay in one place and stop doing the activities that define your life. These activities are the elements which define your life, define your personality, define your existence. And he compares himself, metaphorically speaking, he compares himself to a sword that has been allowed to rust uselessly because of little use, or very little use. The sword has been put in one place and it stopped doing, has been stopped from being used gloriously in battles. Now, merely being alive doesn't mean you are truly living. Ulysses feels that multiple lifetimes would still have been too little to do all the wishes that he wants to do, or all what he wishes to do. And he is almost at the end of one lifetime he has. Still, every hour that has left to live before he dies has the potential to bring. He appreciates every hour before his death, because he appreciates it, because he feels that each moment has the potential to bring him new experiences. Now he wants to go beyond the horizon until the stars are sinking and no more seen. They are disappearing from thought. So here these lines are summing up the existential problem or dilemma which Ulysses is going through.